YouTube recording has started. Alrighty, let's see what we're gonna do here. That's the wrong button. Okay. We have to find Theos in Twin Elms. Reach Twin Elms, the city is the front gate with any luck. Someone saw him when he passed through. I'll have to ask around. Foreigners are forbidden from going deeper into the city. They said that Amenfath Bethel, currently presiding in the passage of the Sixth in the middle of Hearthsong, could grant me entry to other districts. I also have to help Marshal Forwin raise an army at Quenoa, which we're gonna wait on. I read up, there's no time limit on it, so yeah, we're gonna wait on that. Otherwise, we will just get absolutely destroyed, and we don't want that. So, discover the importance of the dream. I have to spend more time with the grieving mother for that. Help Pelagina. Oh, this is here. This is in Twin Elves, so this is where I'm at. So this will happen soon. This will happen soon. Gotta go to Cliffs. That is an ongoing thing. The Branos or the Tablet, that's an ongoing thing. I have to continue traveling with Durance. Would be staying at the Celestial Sapling. Okay, we're here, so we'll do that, and that's an ongoing thing. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. That's where I want to be right now. If we can't gain passage to the other parts of Twin Elms. Retusk Stelgar. Twice split arrows.
Estromor.
Yes, I listen for her. What are you talking about? News from beyond, east of the Great River, the Deerwood. Fires have returned to the Foreigner City, we've heard. Lions Bay, its waters run foul and dense with the stench of corpses. Recent floods could wash away the stain of its corruption and dying prey. Yeah. Yep. One more. Anamfatha. Lead our tribes, one for each. Speak with the spirit of our people. Alright. No common will is found just now in the Deerwood. Ails like a wounded beast. About this building, the hearth of all gone fathens the 6 tribes. We honor our people here in this passage, offerings to each tribe. Alright, peace. Crows. He's got a name. Alright, well, if you want to read that, there it is. The Fisher Crane. The Stone Bramble. Guided Compass, and the Keepers of the Stone. Interesting.
Wait. I don't know if I should go through with this. Make the trade deal with the Anamenfath. If a Valiant deal with the Glanfathens weakens the Deerwood, it could mean war for the Republics in the future.
What else we got?
I put the idea in the Anamenfath's head that the Republics are not interested in exclusive trade, but limited trade of goods that they do not already trade with the Deerwoodens.
Good thing to do. The Deerwoodens are at the mercy of the Republics, and they don't even know it. Your actions today can prevent further suffering. Yeah, we'll go with that. Hello.
Another Estromor. What do you want?
Careful, this one's young for an elder and looking to provoke herself, I think, or to prove herself. I want to visit the other districts of Twin Elves.
There are reasons we don't let you Estromoran roam our sacred city. Reasons I am coming to understand.
Something happened recently. More than I care to think about.
Looters have grown bolder at the sites of the builders. The people of Defiance Bay set fire to their own city. And every week, the three Tusk Stelgar bring news of more desperate settlers pushing at our borders, trying to escape their plague of Anolfane children.
Suddenly, you feel the presence of someone else in the hall. Anna Menfath continues to glare at you, but something has stepped out of her skin. She's out to you.
Permitting more strangers the freedom of the city is
Interesting.
out of the question right now. Go and be thankful that Anamfath Shima doesn't sit in the passage of the Six today. He would not be so kind as I.
Oh, okay. Vision of Orland man appears near Bethwool. He has the same green-brown fur and hazel eyes as she does. Help me reason with them, he points behind you. Turning, you see the ghostly shapes of 5 other Anamfatha, another Orlin with tawny fur and a scarred face, a frowning dwarf, a black-furred Orlin, and 2 elves. You were the leader of the guided compass. I thought your tribe was more open to outsiders. Indeed, and it has earned us little respect from our peers. There are not times when trust comes easily. Spectre Orlins takes another step from her, setting his foot down with a slow, heavy motion. Tendrils of essence train between them. Grimaces and leans forward as if struggling against a gale. Angry Animanfath winces. War. The spectral Orlins' voice is a rasping croak. They're headed for war. Remind them of Ferald's warning. Warning mean anything to you? Ferald's soul image gasps. Hot threads of essence tug at him, drawing him back into the Animan. He looks up at you again. I tried to tell them. The builders' souls have touched the Estrum.
You'd better explain yourself.
The builder's souls have touched even the Estrum Morwen.
There's no way you could have known this saying. Not unless you are a Galuth on Anams, a watcher of souls.
The wolf tried to warn the other tribes about something. What was it?
Ferald's warning came before the Broken Stone War. Ferald, my ancestor on my mother's side, was Anamfath of our tribe then. When the Estromoric farmers defiled the builders' monuments, Ferald urged the other Anamfatha to patience, but louder, angrier voices prevailed. Ferald believed that the invaders could be taught to respect the builders as we do. He also believed the builders' souls had spread to all peoples, and that we should avoid needless conflict with others. More practically, he worried that a violent response would only spur further bloodshed across the generations, and you can see where we are today.
With 2 wars with Deerwood, his warning is more relevant than ever.
While Ferald's words were shrewd, they were ignored back then. Simply remembering his warning now will not undo the wars and the changes that the years have seen. There is blood on these stones, and that is all anyone remembers now.
Excuse me. An image of a polished Aedra cube flashes into your mind. Writing on the sides, but the image is too faint for you to read it. The Animanfath turns away from you and the ground, gnawing a pointed claw. Can't change the past, where choices now still matter, so give them something else to remember. Give them something else to remember. They'd already
Another
have.
Estromor came through here a few days ago, and, well, letting him through was a mistake. One I am eager not to repeat. The Guided Compass tribe has a reputation for being too soft with Estromoran. One that will not be improved by my failure to stop this man who has desecrated our most sacred sites.
Sounds like the guy I'm here to stop.
I made a mistake in my haste to correct it. We bar Twin Elms from Estromoran to protect the ancient places that the builders left behind.
Oh, I got hiccups.
The builders left this heritage to us to defend, but they alone had access to it. On this much, At least the 6 tribes agree.
You again see the polished Adra cornerstone in your mind. This time clearer. Each face of the stone is inscribed with a phrase you know by heart. Feel your lips full. Builders of civilization, the guardians of it. Watch the door while the builders keep the...
These were the words given to the keepers of the stone.
What do they mean? They mean that Fairwolf's words may indeed be true.
Very well. The city is yours to explore.
Nailed it.
Tell the guard at the gate that you come to see the cornerstone with the blessing of the guided compass. If the gods have truly returned one of the builders to us, find the Delimgon of Ter Evron in Elm's Reach. If the gods have sent you here with a purpose, the Delimgon will know.
I shall be here to assist you. Alright, one of my companions, a representative of the Valiant Republics, wishes to discuss a trade issue with you. Valiant Godlike, blessed of Hylia. Say. Diplomat of the Duke's Bells. Understand you were to be sent here with the trade assurances from your masters. Weird and Menfath, it is true that I was chosen to convey these assurances, but understand that I was fashioned more for war than etiquette. In these dangerous times, perhaps it is better to send warriors to do diplomatic work. Indeed, and Menfath regarding the exclusive trade agreement. Not head. Warmly. The Republics feel it would be in the best long-term interests of all parties if you maintained your traditional goods trades with your wood. What do the Republics want? Andra Terra pearls. Trade will be picking up quickly on them in the eastern. Buy them exclusively from us for the next 5 years. In exchange, we will be your exclusive market for Adraban, Perro Golan for the same period. Interesting proposition, Valian. We will send emissaries south to discuss the details at greater length. Your appearance here speaks well of your dukes. Revered Menfath.
That's it. My position in the Brotherhood gone. I can't believe I just made up new trade terms to the Glanfath and Anamenfath. Postinago.
Did the right thing for the Republics. Even if the dukes can't see it from their vantage, you deal with their disapproval later.
They have a saying in Biajepe. New gold clears even the oldest debts. If I'm right, all will be forgiven. If not, there's nothing I can do about it now.
Yeah, so don't worry about it. Speak with the Delimgon Ter Evron in Elm. Who was that? Someone over here watching. Did. Kana found surprising resistance to inquiries regarding the whereabouts of Bonacetta. Whoever had taken her wanted to keep her location a secret. At the behest of the Duchess of Sorrento, a team of Valian cryptographers attempted to decipher the fragments of Bonacetta's weaving messages. In turn, they communicated those leads. After several brutal fights against well-trained mercenaries, Kana reached Bonacetta's prison, the weaving house near Garara. The Valian textile company that had abducted her was immediately cast out of all the Valian Republic's great aunts. And thanks for saving her, Bonacetta wove an enchanted cloak for Kana's journey back to Kenoa. Cloak of Comfort. +5 to all defenses, +30 max endurance, and +3 damage reduction for slash pierce rush. Nice! We got experience, money, and weakness. Finished in days. I like the loading screens have gotten long. Celestial Sapperling. That's just a home. That's the Builder's Hearth. The Old Song District. I'm gonna go check out this home. Not gonna go check out that home apparently. Oh, you're another soul. Okay. Well, if you want some more backstory, there you go. Hector, huh? Andor amongst into the market. Lorn. Another soul. There's more souls. Another soul?
Hail,
No, alright. Let's see your wares then. Oh, that's not a percent. Silken nail. His roll. Go ahead and get that. One-handed weapon. Damage at 3 DR to bypass. 12 X-ray, 45% damage. Or modern endurance. Yeah, we'll do that.
Estremor.
Always seek, always come see. We're here to help you. Yes, we are. The Fisher Crane tribe serves your people. Potions and stuff that I don't use. Gotcha.
Estremor.
Tell me about your trade. Oh, my life is simple. Makes a poor tale. I tend the gardens if I've heard. Alright, so you sell food, I'm assuming? Yep.
Estremor.
Tell me about your craft. Weapons speak for themselves. Okay. One with blades, and you hold a weapon of 5 generations in the game.
Many blessings, traveler.
Your wares. Veska's Labor, Star Collar, and Strand. Tamra, what you got?
Hail, Estramor.
To trade. Still hides. Yes, you. Okay. A lot of children around. Pumpkin the Quarg. Tabbycat snaps out of its place in stupor as you approach. It opens its eyes wide, following your every step before trotting to your side to rub against your legs. I just have an orange Tabbycat with me now. Great. Check out the amount of pets. I have an orange tabby, a tiny white worm, a tiny spider, a black cat, a black hound, and a piglet. And with me currently equipped, a tiny animat. Why not? And a soul shadow creeps around the dot. Face. I don't know. One of those words that I say out loud and then I start second guessing myself. I'm gonna die. Yes. Anyway. Red across the lumpy palette of straw. Yeah. Ooh, read that? Red herbs crunch. Okay.
Estramor.
My home, Estremor. I am Lindsay, healer and guide. What brings you here? Tell me about yourself. The locals have called me a wise woman. I respect, I'm sure, but it makes me feel my years. I'm a listening healer. I spend most of my time caring for the ill, helping with the delivery of children, and making remedies for the... Like your songbird. Does it have a name? Well, he does. I ought not to let my friend's daughter name him. The name is long and rather silly. The short version is Beaker. Next bird I have will be named after him. Annam. I should be going. Seeds and husks have been scattered across the edge of the shells of dog and bird line. Oh, hello. God places a spear between you and the path that leads to beyond the gates. Still, Estremor. The rest of the city is forbidden except by order of one of the Anamfatha. Trespassing in Twin Elms is punishable by death. I come to see the cornerstone with the blessing of the guiding compass. Guard scowls and looks at his companion, who nods back. Turns to you again, his knuckles whitening around the shaft of fear. Always too cozy with Esther Morwen. Go then and mind your step around the sacred stones. Okay. Within Twin Elms, which Twin Elms is just this place itself. I don't know exactly where within Twin Elms. Oh, except for the fact that Celestial Sapling. Let's go do that. So pay that witch she'll Aiming with anger and pacing in tiny circles, the Valiant merchant aims his wild rant at you as you approach. You there! Have you come here to trade with the savages? Learn from my example and take your business elsewhere. Liars, cheats, swindlers. A duplicitous bitch, Alardi. She claimed to be selling Alard Gola flower buds, but all I have now is 6 bushels of common houseplants. The herbs are useless. I'll get my money back from that swindling savage. What do you intend to do? When I get my hands on I'm in the savage's home court, so it's my word against hers. That leave me. I'd be a fool to threaten her on tribal soil. I cannot sell this worthless herb to recover my coin, and I am powerless to confront Nalarhi. I don't suppose if you were willing to mediate, perhaps you could succeed where I failed. I would, of course, pay you handsomely for your troubles. I'm destitute and have a few meager offerings left to sell. How dreadfully embarrassing. If I can recover my investment with Nalarhi, I'll have funds resupply my stores. Until then, you are welcome to look I have in stock. Alright, nothing I care about.
Hello.
Alright, before we do that, I'm gonna go up here. What's up, Rotuck? You want up? I pull. Okay, well, take me up. I thought Celestial Sapling was another section of Twin Elms. Really, it's just the inn. That's exactly where I go. Ogre, you don't get a name. That's sad. Ishguan, another soul. You see a silversmith. Villager. Oh no, why are you frightened? Man looks up sharply as you approach, eyes going like, You! You're the one he's looking for. You killed Lord Raedric. How dare you? No, you don't understand. It didn't work. I'm one of the guards at the keep. Was one of the guards. Killed most of them, the ones you didn't. Well, he didn't last very long. Nothing but empty air, him. Nice enough to work for, I mean. Much nicer, but that didn't help him when Raedric came back. Came back? His eyes. It was like he was burning inside. He says he's come back to lead us like before. Says he's going to kill you for what you've done. Told him I'd find you, give you his challenge, do it all honorable, that sort of thing. He let me go, and I kept on running as far as my coin let me. Funny me running into you anyhow. Perhaps I should seek him out. Yes, sure, he'll love that, he will. Dying hasn't stopped him thinking himself noble, even when he's hurling poor Lendry off the wall. Me, I don't mean to go back there as long as I live. I figure I'll find work here in Twin Elms somewhere. Even if I have to go... Why can't I read today? Even if I have to guard some hut dwellers' goats or something. Until then, I plan to drink until I don't remember any of what happened. Good luck to you. There's something awful out there howling after after your blood. Turn to Raedric's Hold and find your challenger. You're another soul. Who would choose an antelope as their companion? Come on now. What's up, Ogre? Oh, you don't get a name either.
Well met, friend.
Eleutherian Haggard Shoes. Just glad to see a new face. Take a seat where you'd like. Friend, it seems to me you've walked along. All are welcome here, and those with interesting stories most welcome. Who are you? As Eleutherian, they call me Haggard Shoes for all the walking I used to do and all the boots I wore down. Those days are well behind me. I've seen a great deal, and now my ears get their fill from the travelers who... Tell me about this place. Of course, I founded the inn many years ago, but in many ways its tale begins much earlier. It was while I was returning from a long journey south that I first heard the story of the tree upon which this inn rests. Hundreds of years ago, a strange event. I was troubled that night, with many stars falling across the sky, and one of those same stars began to plummet instead toward Kiroa. It fell here, striking a young tree and burying itself within it like a fiery heart. It survived, and over the years it grew, and grew, twice as big as its fellows in half the time, until it reached the size you see grew no more. Hearing the tale, I knew I must find the truth, and you see it there. Around the tree's heart, I built this inn. Welcome all travelers on it. I'm always glad to see you. Yeah. First of all, I need a room for the night. Might to solve. Yeah, we'll go with that. Winnie, what's up? Good to see someone for more civilized lands around her. Her unkempt hair sprouts in wavy black tufts. Despite the fine features that sculpt her face, a cleft chin completes her boyish appearance. I'm learning firsthand that many shortcomings of many Glanfathan hospitality. Her gloved hands come to rest on the pommel of a long estoc cinched low on her head. I can almost forgive the hostility toward outsiders, but the temperate taverns and watered-down drinks inexcusable. I hope I don't seem too forward, but I need to help my friends, and you look like the right person for the job, which is to say, you're not Glanfathan, making you the closest thing that I've got to an ally in this paranoid land. Allies, well, they help each other, do they not? What do you need help with? My friends have drawn some unwanted attention. Glanfathan scouts, and not just any mob whose local zealots, the Fangs. The Fangs are a brutal, relentless bunch, eager to make an example of troublesome outsiders. As for why I need your help, I need someone to warn the expedition that trouble's coming, and I need someone ready to fight if it comes to that. Any luck will retreat my friends before the Fangs do, but if not, the Fangs have a reputation to uphold, so this might require spilling blood. Why aren't you there? It was my turn to handle far patrol. I spotted the Fangs on my trek back to camp. I knew that rejoining the Manger would risk leading the enemy right back to the expedition. I know the woods and I know how to stay quiet, but I didn't want to make my friends' lives on my ability to sneak past. I didn't want to stake my friends' lives on my ability to sneak past expert hunters like the Fangs. If they noticed me warning my friends, we'd have been overrun. But if they noticed me and some reinforcements, like say you, well, at least then we can scare them off or put up a good fight. What did your friends do? Just setting foot in Air Glanfath is a good way to offend the tribes. I don't know how they picked up our trail. I suspect one of our newer scouts didn't cover his tracks well enough. When I spotted the Fangs, they were retracing a path to the expedition. Tell me more about the expedition. I like to think we're on a mission of reclamation. It is said that our armies left behind many valuables in their hasty retreat from Air Glanfath at the end of the War of Black. So the way I see it, we're simply gathering up what our ancestors left behind. I doubt the Glanfaths agree with me on that. My expedition set out from Defiance Bay, heading directly east. Ain't nowhere to go back to, so I don't know why you're still going on. Directly east across into Glanfathan lands. I split off once we arrived at the Bale, the natural frontier between our nations. The plan was for me to keep my eyes on the Glanfathans while groups scoured the target area. Days we eluded them, but things got wise to our presence. mean, your friends are trespassing. You'll forgive me if I'm not sympathetic with face painters and their barbaric laws. I'm not pretending that what we're doing is noble. I just don't believe trespassing is a crime that shit. Fine, I'll help. Excellent. I knew I could count on you. Assuming the Fanes didn't already get them, my friends should now be around the Pilgrim's Trail in the north. The plan was to camp along a trail leading to the Temple of Hylia. Find my comrades, warn them the Fangs are coming, and help them clear out of the forest. I'll head out first on my own to see if I can't lead the Fangs astray and buy some time. If the gods smile on us, we won't have to draw steel. Should it come to that, I'm glad you are on our side. Sure. Probably 2 more souls. Not speaking, huh? Fair. My monk, huh?
Welcome.
I found him. Room needs a proper door, he mutters. My brothers and I rented the space that we may have some measure of privacy in this foreign land. Perhaps you could find another room here at the inn. Well, who are you? Briefly opening his mouth to answer, the monk swallows his words. He looks you up and down, carefully choosing a response. My brothers and I were having a private discussion in a room we rented for our use. Please, there's a tavern full of people who would provide you with banter you seek. What brings you? We travel where the teachings take us. Not that is any of your business. Well, I mean, I met another monk in robes like your own. He died of wounds right as I found him. The monk's eyes widen, his fists curl in a crackling barrage of popping joy. Robes like ours, you say. Was he carrying anything? Did he tell you anything? Hand you anything? Please, we've been waiting for another of our order to meet us here, and if you found him... All eyes fall to the floor as the monks begin to whisper chants and unison to their fallen friend. Yeah, I got a missive. I didn't open it. Hand me that, the monk exclaims as he snatches the missive from your grasp. Almost immediately, his face turns red. I mean, please. This is of great importance. Hasty little. Breaking the seals, the monk unrolls a handwritten scroll contained within it quickly reads the message. His lips breathlessly mouthing the text. Turns to address his brothers. My brethren, the arch-martyr has sent word. At long last, we now have what we need. Thank you, stranger. Your honest soul is to be applauded. I admit I was surprised. When he handed me the message, I expected the seals to be broken. I am glad to see common decency is not yet lost from this world. Here, your honesty must be rewarded. Ayla Brakia. I got a shield. I will hold on to that. Well, that's done. Let's go talk to Alarhi. Away we go. Alarhi. Alarhi has left the Hearthsong's market, perhaps having learned that Renato enlisted me to pursue the large Ngola. And find out where the herbalist has gone. Welcome, Estremor. Larry's not here, so I'm running the shop while she's away. If you are looking for herbs, tinctures, oils, or ointments, then I've got everything you. No, I'm looking for Larry. He lives not far from here. Climb up the stairs at the top. There's a circle of ruins. You know it? It's on the north side of Hearthsong. Anyway, our house is right there. The door faces a. Alrighty, so this one is probably her home. The other one has some bird lady in it. Well, this doesn't look good. I expected Renato to employ someone on his behalf. I am surprised to see that it was you doing his bidding. Does the presence of my armed entourage concern you? You were expecting a defenseless shopkeeper, am I right? Larry raises her dye-stained hand just as one of her guards begins to lurch. Stillness! Give the Estremor a chance to speak. They're not dear wooden beasts. Here, hospitality reigns. Larry nods to you, holding up an open hand, her palm and fingers covered in blue and green dye. Envoy of the Valiant, speak the message you were sent to deliver. I want to hear your side of the story. First step of any sensible path. Nano did purchase from me several bushels of Elard Gola. For it, he paid a high price, but did so willingly, saying it was a bargain right as he handed me his copper. It was after our trade that the Valiant spit his venom. Renato accused me of trickery, of fraud, claiming I delivered withered likenesses of Elard Gola and not the genuine root. Such nerve, for in truth he is beyond the help of Elard Gola. He holds a blue-dyed finger in the air before crushing it down slowly, smiling as she does. Renato's old bow isn't firm enough for a full draw. That's it. Alright, I got it. Okay. I understand what the finger was now. No man of Elard Gola will give him the spear of a young hunter. Fair deal was made, and now Renato objects, angry that his withered family plow is beyond herbal remedies. How many jokes are you gonna make, lady? I've never sold anyone a remedy I knew to be false. If Renato does not silence his slanderous tongue, we will do it for him. Punishment you have in mind. Renato has slandered his host, making him no longer a guest. The merchant must vanish from the path and hospitality must be observed always. He has to be given a chance to leave on his feet before he bleeds on his back. Deliver, in our name, a warning. Tell Renato that if he does not leave, he will be accused of conspiring to pilfer Anguithin relics from him. He won't risk a trial by the Council of Anum. If he won't listen, tell him that his faulty member will end in a cage. Like this black beetle. Food for our birds. Good grief. Hide your actions. Is that how you want future trading partners to remember your kin? Good lord. When passes look at each other, faces alight with disagreement. A murmur of voices rises around the dwelling's hearth until Alarhi, eyes shut tight, stomps on the ground with force. Enough. Stillness. Speak with long-sighted judgment. Trade strengthens all of our tribes. Those claim, false as it is, may spread to poison us. We'll suffer the indignity of letting this liar profit if it means safeguarding the peaceful, honorable accord of Twin Elms. Take this back to the Valian with the blessings of the Fisher Crane tribe. Well, I don't really know if I want to help this person, but more helping their reputation. So, plus, she already said it's not gonna help Renato. He's got a limp dick. Ain't nothing like that. Sucks to be him.
It's been a strain.
Then to your good fortune. Ado Vidorio.
Hello.
May you see them all again.
Hey, coin. Fellow, I had almost given up hope. My thanks to you for. With this, I can finally restock my wares. Come, find me at the Celestial Sapling. Sure, I can find some choice personal customers like you. Yeah, I'll go check him out if I find myself back there. Alright, what's up next? Oh, no. That's gonna be around here somewhere. Where is it? Island of... no. It's just somewhere around. Okay. No. Gotta return to Redrick's Hold. Gwyneth, your wooden expedition in the North World. Okay. Other than that, speak with the Delmgan in Elm. Which is this way. Route 4 has a man slipped past with so much sign, a dark sign. It has come to pass, we could not have foreseen it. The Delmgan could not.
Builder's wisdom to you.
That tell us. Estremor, excuse us, we are not used to your kind here under the great tree. If we can assist you, we will. Tell me about the man, not Glanfathen, broken into the here in Elm's Reach. Nobody saw him come, and none moved in silence like a Stilgar in the shadows. Our hunters caught no scent until it was too late. But we heard the stones crack when he stepped inside Ter Evron. Dark omen, I say this. Ancient children of the giant elms, our people have lived with the two sisters. We arrived hundreds of years. Delmgan call us friends, we call them our kin. Our protection, their wisdom. There we share a strong bond. Have told me that I can find the Delmgan sisters under the giant tree of elm. I know what's in this. Ooh, I can take that without robbing. Where did I get this pet? I obviously wasn't paying attention. I just got another damn pet. Um, go check what's in this home over here. Alright. Resting in there.
Estremore.
Welcome, Estremore. I've got herbs and potions for sale. Looking for something to ease your travels. Interesting. Okay. Iswold, what's up? Welcome to Golden Grove.
Many blessings, traveler.
Wisdom of our herbalists, or simply to bask in Baretha's glory. Thus, I ovate Arona, mighty elm among us, lived for generations. More about her. You must meet her for yourself. She is wise and kind, as she is our order from the beginning, as she walks among us and gives freely of herself. The Golden Grove, where the Ovates, druids, philosophers, and we gather here to share our knowledge and celebration. What do you believe? We believe that knowledge is found in the earnest exploration of the world. Alright, well, time to go. Golden leaves flash and shine as they fall from the bark feels warm, the roots almost seem to twine around your hand.
Many blessings, traveler.
Golden Grove, we're naturalists, philosophers, herbalists, and teachers. Alright. Well, let's go to the Hall of Warriors. Alright, she won't talk to me right. Okay. Bunch of warriors in here. A monk. There's an old elf. His hair braided and dyed stands at one end of the hall. Not many Estra Morrowind were permitted into our sacred city. Bethel must be feeling really soft today. Come to hear your future at Tir Evron, or to make your own at Blood Sand. What's Blood Sands? Ancient place of sacrifice, in a cave by the great elms themselves. Reston and his druids have been an integral part of Glanfathen's society for generations. No matter what some of the other tribes might say, Air Glanfath has held its own against the Estra Morrowind because some of us still understand the power of sacrifice. Does the thought make you uncomfortable? It should. It is what keeps our society alive for so long. You don't seem fond of us, Estra Morrowind. I fought in the Broken Stone War and the War of Black Trees. I saw my brethren cut down defending the places of the builders, and I shed blood alongside Galvin Regn himself. Now the Estra Morrowind seem to think that they will find a cure for their empty children among our sacred sites, or worse, that they will find a sanctuary in our lands. And I've seen what happens when they set their sights on Glanfathen soil. They're desperate. The best of them want to find a cure, the worst are looking for an excuse to plunder. They're only trying to save their children, and the Estra Morrowind invade us in force and bring their plagues here, what of our children? In 250 years, I've led my people through 2 wars. Our borders have remained intact, and largely through the reputation of 3 Tusk Stilgar. I've sired a dozen children, but none have been deemed fit to take my place. I care nothing for the legacies that obsess the Estra Morrowind lords, but it is important that my successor continue this path. Well, hereditary? Not entirely. We believe that the souls of our ancestors come back to us, that a strong soul may bear many, but all souls must be tested by our elders. The Rio Rao looked first among my children for a successor, but their souls were weak. Ordinarily, they would turn to others in my tribe, to clan heads and their families. Ordinarily. But we share a tradition of fostering the children of other tribes, and the Anamfath of Fisher Crane has trusted his youngest to my care. As none of my own blood are fit to take my place, the Rio. Love these games. I was a big fan of Baldur's Gate back in the day. Dude, I played a Baldur's Gate game, but it wasn't in this style. It was on the Xbox. I guess it was sort of like this, but not really. But I thoroughly enjoy. I'm playing this, and off stream, I'm currently playing Pathfinder Kingmaker, and I am absolutely loving it. I'll eventually play Pathfinder Kingmaker on stream, and I'll play the second one. I have it already. But I'm thoroughly enjoying it. We'll look next to his bog child, the kin of another Anamfath, and my foster daughter to take my send her back. I found out about this game going down memory lane. I found out about this because I watch Critical Role. I play a lot of D&D. And I watch Critical Role, which is, if you don't know, a bunch of voice actors playing D&D. And they were talking about how they voiced they had their voices, like the entirety of them were in the second one, and so I looked into it and I was like, oh, this actually looks like a fun game, and I started playing it and absolutely loving it. That would be a grave insult to the Fisher Crane. The repercussions with the other Anamfatha would be severe. I have no doubt that she would make a fine leader, but not among 3 Tusk Stilgar. The Orlins of Fisher Crane have lived in bog for 1,000 years. They are cunning and furtive by nature, which serves them well when they have swamplands to hide their movements, but not deter the Estra Morrowind on open ground. I wouldn't be so sure. There's greater fear in the unseen enemy. Our savagery has deterred the Estra Morwen from further encroachment. They still tell of our deeds in the Brokenstone War. But if a child of Fisher Crane leads our tribe, we will lose that boldness, and the Estra Morwen will lose their fear of us. The child will be influenced by the souls of her ancestors. In times of crisis, she will look to her kin in Thane Bog for guidance. But no matter what I might try to teach her, it will not be enough. There's a way you could help. You have the stomach for it, but I think you have the perspective to see why certain unpleasantness may be necessary. Go on. This Orlan girl has the soul of a leader. If it were passed to one of my own offspring, our tribe would remain. Stilgar at Stimok's side scratches his massive head on the Anam Vassal leg. He was steady on his. Druids of Bloodsands have a way to do this, and they understand the importance of a strong line of succession for Three Tusk Stilgar. You want to trade souls with someone? House in southeast Harsong next to the river. Will be asleep, and I for her to be tended for. Take her and bring her to her Warda in Bloodsands. She knows what must be done. She presents you with the liquid essence. Bring it. What's going to happen to the child? In the rituals of Bloodsands, she will sacrifice her. It is the only way to distill her essence. Like the odd are to sacrifice the young for their purposes. See why you need me to do this, because I cannot do it without attracting undue attention. I relish passing my own burdens onto another, but the fight war between our tribes if I'm. How can you possibly expect to get away? You know the girl is here, and one Orlan babe look much the same as the. About the potion, essence bound and distilled into a liquid. It will have a little immediate effect on me, but it will weave a stronger soul in my future issue. I'm not going to do this. No. I'm not going to sacrifice a child. Forget that. A few centuries of leadership have taught me that all things bear cost. Consider it well, Estermore. Not above rewarding those who are of service. That's just about Three Tusk Stilgar, what he does. His path. Not, no. I recommend that the ritual will involve sacrificing the child. I'm gonna go there and find out. I'm gonna see. I ain't gonna sacrifice a child, but I'll go and see if I can get her hidden away. The young man approaches you with a swift and purposeful stride. While you've never met him before, he has the same stern and wild look as Simo. He doesn't speak until he's right next to you. When he does, his voice is quiet. Wait, I saw you speaking with my father. Sure, yeah. He asked you to sacrifice Vela, hasn't he? Maybe he's right about Three Tusk Stilgar growing weak. But if this is the price of strength, it isn't worth it. Tribes have survived this long together. Was a reason. It's a wonder Seamok didn't feed him to the Stilgars. You have another idea? An herbalist among the Ovates of the Golden Grove. Leda, well, that's her name. They all gather southeast of here by the river. She could brew a poison. Seamok wouldn't know the difference until it's too late. There's a family resemblance. Easier way to kill Seamok, you know. Why not just return the child to her birth parents? Well, we'll go with that. His warriors would surround you in no time. Besides, it's simplest if this happens quietly. Why not just return the child? It's complicated. A child sent to be fostered by another tribe is then allowed to return. Unfortunately, explaining that we're shielding her from her father would make matters much worse for both tribes. Want me to murder your father? No, but it's better than allowing him to murder this child. I agree. I agree. Let me guess. If Seamok dies, you're next in line. It's not like that. The Rao have already determined that my soul isn't strong enough. Whoever follows my father, it won't be me. Yeah. I'll poison your father. Like I said, you'll find blood in the Golden Grove. I'm gonna sacrifice no child. I'll poison another dude to save a child. Because there's someone that's going to be taking over for that guy. Ain't no one gonna be taking over for a child. That child's life is gone. They will not have a happy one. I'm gonna let him grow up. A child deserves to grow up. Anything else I can do for you? Yeah, I hear that you can make certain poisons. Poisons, I only deal in tonics that heal and enlighten. Of course, many beneficial substances can be harmful when taken in great quantities, but that's just Boretho's way of keeping all things in balance. What kind of substances? Oh, there's plenty. Concentrated Carogolin, undistilled spider venom, rotten blood moss extract, cave coral mixed with skein bone. Give me that mixture of cave coral and skein bone. Would you want something like that? Well, my friend Stilgar is dying, and he wants to eat passing. Sure. Poor thing, here, take this. It works slowly, but this will send him back to this cycle. To see that it doesn't get misplaced. Half that dose will kill him. Oh, wow. I'm out. There's a lot of these words that I just don't... I kind of give it up trying to pronounce correctly. Is there anything else I can do for you? No. Trick Seamok into drinking the poison. Bladed to give me a rather potent poison. Since Seamok's already expecting a potion, I should be able to dupe him into drink. I already have the poison. Still can take the baby and bring her to Warda. Nope. No. Do that. We're gonna go back. We're gonna get Seamok to drink poison. That's what's gonna happen. Here's the potion you asked for. Oh boy. It's distilled essence, really. He rushes at you with a cry of rage. Oh! Shit! He didn't fall for it. Oh boy. Balls. Balls. Oh crap. Oh no, man. Oh gosh. Okay, oh gosh. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy. This is not good. um.
If you're holding
Whee! That's a rip. That is a big ol' rip right there. I wonder if we choose a different type of poison. A fight? Yeah, that was when his son was telling me that they'd be around me in seconds, he wasn't kidding. Yeah, let's go with the rotten blood moss extract this time. I've got no idea if changing the poison will help at all, but we'll find out little by little. Hey, I got it. Nope, it's not. Here we go again. Okay. Okay, why can't I wall of force anywhere? Oh, maybe because I was clicking the wrong one? I was absolutely clicking the wrong one. Okay. Wall of force. Wall of flame. Pillar. Ah. I'm still confused by all the things you do. Mark your prey. Eh. Okay, is that? Nope, I want bounding. I want bounding because I want them to bounce everywhere. Ah! Why does it seem this is going worse than last time? Fuck it. Last attempt. Fireball. Yeah. Do a quick save outside the while I got the poison, so I could.
Of course.
Solve it into like 19. If I tell him it's poison, he gets upset too. Okay. Yep, disengage. Get the heck out of there. Okay. Ooh, Durance is about to go down. So hard. Yeah, what can you do here? Yeah, we'll try and hobble and weaken him. Oh! Nope. That did not go well. Intellect is 16 and 13. Oh, it's 20 for that, but do you believe it has to be me?
What?
To when I talk to him. Yep, it's my stats. Alright, Durance, you can handle this. Everything is going to be just fine. Oh, I got pulled. Dude, Lyrius is just sitting there, doing nothing. Well, let's check his souls. Yikes. Okay. We're gonna roll back to a slightly earlier save here. I'll just have to tab through a whole bunch of stuff.
As you wish. Estramore?
Nope. What's up? We already read all this stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. The dude comes in. Yeah, I'll poison your father. Go talk to the lady. Again, I'm trying to try another poison. See if it works. I don't even know if the different poisons have an effect, but it gives me the choice between them, so we'll find out. We don't use every single one. Wow, there's a distance level up. Okay, it's a long way before I level up. I need poison, undistilled fire venom. Whatever. Fingers crossed this one actually works. Hey, CMOC, I got you the potion. Fuck. I mean, we're gonna try it. Why not? Might as well, right? I'll throw that on myself. Fire shield. And let's drop that. Helly. Their deliberation allies in the area of effect. No. No. I will do that. Oh, that's not a big effect at all. But we gotta try it. Oh shit, we gotta try it. Okay. Well, Alof is down. Hmm. Oh, why do you have so much health? Literally, all of them are standing in fire like, whatever, we're fine. I killed one of them. Look at me go. Oh boy, howdy. Well, yep. Let's just load up the save here. And if this one doesn't just work, we'll know that none of them actually do that. And then we'll come back after we've leveled up and maybe gotten 19 intellect. If I might end up scouring my items to see if I have anything that gives me intellect. I can't wear a headpiece, which makes it even worse. Oh, but I can't. Well, I guess there's weapons and stuff. Specific armors. Of intellect +2. I would get it up to a 17. But I need more. Any weapon set? I mean, I doubt it, but find out. Speaking of weapons, that's a dominating affliction 15 times. 6 more. Alright. 6 more for the next stage. Exactly, sometimes you just need that level up. Yeah. Sometimes there's just no point in throwing yourself at the wall over and over and over again. You just gotta leave and level up and get more gear. And then come back and you find out that you absolutely crush everything when you do. Try one more time. Yep. I'm gonna strategically place my people. You know what? No, I'm not. Forget it. That's good enough. Alright. None of them actually do what I was hoping they would. That's fine. Get a wall of force. Not going. I just want to lay into Emok here. No, I got pulled into my own damn wall of fire. Shit. Yeah, just keep whacking him. No, what? Don't go to her. What are you doing? You fight that silver dragon up above the city yet? I had to level up like 3 times. I had no idea there was a silver dragon up above the city. So no. In the last time I streamed this, I just got to Swim Out. So like we're picking up from that. Like I've just gotten here, we're just brand new in this city. So there's that. We'll be back. We're gonna go peace out. Level up a couple times. Damn, that's difficult. Oh, I'm not going to Bloodsands, Tear Everon. Yep. Oh, what's up? Oh, is this a mother? Yeah, you son of a bitch.
True to our cause, Inquisitor, when so many others have not. For every heretic we confess, for every betrayer that burns on our pyres, new sheep continue to flock to Iavara ex Incios. But not you. I underestimated you in the beginning, but no longer. It is not for honor that I summoned you today, but for duty. Too many of our own have confessed upon the wheel and the rack and the flame. Too many of our faithful have had their minds poisoned by the Kratom Witch. The tide is against us now. We have but one option. Iavara's following must see her exposed for what she is. She must confess her heresy before my court. Not in Kratom, surely. Their lord has embraced her heathen faith and protects her with his army. But in Osionis...
The voice acting this is so good.
The king of Osionis is a sinful man. We have helped him to see the error of his ways, and now he fears for his soul. He would pay any price for absolution.
How would we get Iavara to move to Oxionis?
You have already done much for the Inquisition. I wouldn't ask this were there any other choice.
Your dick bag. Two identical women seem to fade into view as they move away from great trees that camouflage. Their skin is tree bark, rigid and scaly, within a curling tangle of roots, buds, and blooms. Their hair hangs beneath the shade of serrated leaves like the drooping branches of the elms above, and the pupils of their eyes are encircled by hundreds of, or even thousands, of concentric rings, as if to mark the accumulated wisdom of.
Turn around, flesh creature. Outsiders are not permitted to approach the elms.
So I need to talk to someone.
Sister, something familiar. An ancient soul, like the other one.
Another defiler, no doubt. Let us fell him and be troubled no more. It would pay the debt of his predecessor.
So it would seem, Rhiannon. But we must not hasten to judgment. I see a different motive here. Different questions in these eyes.
What of it, young trespasser? Is it as my sister says? Or are you here to stain this place with foul deeds?
Look, I seek the guy that's fucking things up, alright? Just let me through so I can get him.
By his own admission, Sheetha.
Really, sister? And you wonder why your leaves begin to fall out before midsummer. Clearly that man did not want to be followed. Whatever the relationship here, I suspect it is anything but cordial.
At least she is smart.
The answer is yes, old one. We crossed paths with Theos not long ago.
You even know his name. Let me go kill him.
I can't tell you
Let me go fuck him up.
But I find it curious that anyone would seek him out. Suspicious, even. If we are to help you find him, we would know why.
He must face justice for his transgressions.
I like him better now, Sheetha.
Oh yeah, now that I want to just kill people,
A kindred spirit, it seems.
now that I'm brash
That's
and
what this
arrogant.
is really about, isn't it? You are tied to him.
Yeah.
I see it now. You are awakened. Your soul is
I'm woke.
awake in something once buried deep, now wells to the surface. Past overwhelms present, closes in around you. Your time has nearly reached its end.
I just need to get to
I'm
Theos.
sorry to tell you this, but Theos cannot give you what you seek, nor can any man. An awakening cannot be undone, any more than your past can be undone.
This has all been for nothing, and I'm going to lose my mind.
The soul is formless without a past to shape it. Did you truly expect to be able to wipe it away?
But I don't do something. I would live with it if I could.
That is the penance we all pay. But penance cannot be paid for a past only known in fragments and glimpses. However, as much as my sister speaks truly that there is no way back from an awakening, there may yet be a way forward. Would you agree, Sheetha?
I would. Were the way not so likely to end in death.
What is it?
The man Theos you must already know by now.
Yeah, I don't want to go kill him. Let me do it.
Linked by a common past. Something about it lingers within you, festering, unresolved. What it is I cannot see any more than you. And without that knowledge, your doom is certain. But were you to learn the source of this discord, perhaps it could be put to rest. Though it is equally possible it will trouble you as much now as it did then, and merely speed your condition to its end.
My past comes to me in pieces. How do I unlock the rest?
You might wait for it to come on its own, of course. But when it comes, it will replace your sanity's last breath. Such is the nature of your condition.
Or you could learn it from someone who already knows.
Theos. Would he remember?
It is said the gods made his memory perfect, that he may never forget his charge. If he ever knew, he still does.
Not that he would tell you, of course.
You have followed the right person for the wrong reason, it seems. We see it often beneath the elms, the soul dragging mind and body to unknown places for unfathomable reasons. You may have wandered into Theos' path many times, in many lifetimes, without an awakening to show you why.
The only thing that's certain is you did not find what you sought.
Did you know where he went?
He has gone down beneath the tower to a place older than we, where the people of Engwith once walked. He makes his way to the buried city, Sun and Shadow.
May he stay down there and rot with the remains of his people.
He may yet. He won't be returning the way he came, that much is certain. He opened a secret path in the tower's base, and saw it destroyed behind him through some vile
What
means.
a dick! Is there another way to get to him?
One. On the burial isle, through the court of the penitents, Braeth Yaman. A shortcut, in fact.
A shortcut, which is probably going to put me to him at the point where he's just leaving. Therefore, I'm not going to catch up to him.
Don't be cruel, sister. The way my sister speaks of is not for the faint of heart. A great pit at the center of a forgotten court, where faiths were judged in place of crimes. To most, it is simply a gateway to death. With the help of the gods, it can take you where you want to go.
I mean, with the help of the gods.
The pit is said to have been a means of judgment by the gods. Those cast into it are meant to die. It is that way you must pass to reach Sun and Shadow.
Have to die?
The court is old. We do not know much for certain, but it would seem only the gods themselves can grant passage.
This game's trying to kill me.
No more than a ruin now. It is older than we, a place for the trial of heretics. We were not here to witness it, but at one time there was a group that refused to acknowledge the gods. Neither the first nor the last, of course, but these were numerous and all put on trial for it. Those who did not repent were cast into the pit and imprisoned below. The fall killed them, of course. The prison was not for people but for their souls, and their sentences were eternal. It is said that many of the condemned repented and were permitted by the gods to ascend from the pit, so long as they pledged their service to one of them. But these are old legends.
How would I ever get the gods to help?
Behind us is Ter Evron, said to pierce the shroud itself and a place of communion with all gods. If ever there was a time for prayer, you have found it.
The only way to get through this pit is to pray for help?
Not the only way. Just the only one that doesn't end with your body impaled on jagged rocks.
Alright. Who would I pray to? God you can, I should think.
I would pray first to those gods you like best. I hope for your sake the feeling is shared.
Alright. No other way. Great. How do I
Ter
pray?
Evron is also called the Hall of Stars, and the stars show us the allegiances of the gods. When stars are in conjunction, we know the gods they represent are aligned as well. You should choose a place to pray where you'll be closest to those you want to hear you. If a god stands alone, you should pray to that god. If they band together, you should address them all. Choose your words wisely, for all gods expect proper homage, and none has patience for fools. What do you wish
Question.
to know?
No, I was
The
pursuing
same way
Theos.
that you are no doubt able to peer into the ether and experience the souls of others. It is something we are born with, some more, some less. A gift common to many creatures of the wilds. You share certain similarities with the man you pursue. For your sake, I pray they are few and of no consequence.
Imagine people come to these realms without knowing why. Soul has a will of its own. Its needs and whims are seldom understood, but they follow them all the
There's
same.
something about this place that reaches beyond our understanding.
Yeah,
Something
her
like
line's
the
voice acted, but her sister.
The elms have a way of uniting souls that have been seeking one another, with or without their owner's awareness. Sometimes it is for love, sometimes for vengeance, sometimes for peace. Often it is for no reason we will ever know. In your case, let us hope it is for peace.
Or vengeance.
Want to know about the two of you?
There is little to be said about us. for we are bound here, caretakers and defenders of this place. Our journey has been over time, but not distance, measured in observations, but not experiences. We have seen the elms grow tall. We have seen cities built, burned, and built again. The only constant has been the tower, a silent companion through the ages. You can imagine why this recent destruction has stirred my sister so.
If you do nothing else, make that man pay for what he did here.
Yeah, I'm trying to, but you guys are telling me there's no friggin' way to get to him.
We will tell you what we can.
Oh, no.
Before you go, tell me this, old one. I'm curious. If you were to subdue your enemy, what would you do with him? What would give you peace?
Wish to undo the harm he's...
You would need to have twice as many lifetimes as he to repair his savage work.
Perhaps there are strides you can make.
All the same, think on this matter. Be assured in your course. In the end, it may mean all the difference, not just to his soul, but to yours. And be warned. Some questions have answers that can never be learned, and it is those that trouble the soul above all others. May you find an answer to yours.
Quest, Council Stars, pray to the gods in Ter Everon. And new quest, Court of Penitent. Travel of Burial Isle. I need to pray to them in Ter Everon, where they are said to commune with the Morn. Let's go talk to gods. I'll pray to Magron. Insane like Durance. For the haunted. Goodness. We should take them all. Oh.
A brothel for the aged.
Oh, okay. Kane under Rimgard, Wrath. Yeah, Megran, Galawain, and yep. Going for it. Finds it's the constellation of a snarling hound, fangs bared. Finds this before a bright constellation, its stars forming the oval shape of an egg, apparently. Happens when you approach Wodika's. Oh, no Wodika. Piercing ring fills your ears as you near Whale's shrine. No whale, no Wodika. Got it. Either way, I'm going. Pray to Galawain. Oh crap! Oh! Ooh! Ooh! Oh! We're gonna leave. I need books. Oh gosh. Enigmatic God of Cold. Overlapping holes. Nope, nope, nope. Don't care about that. 10 Years of Dawn. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. It is a brat. Missives as a hand occult. Whale. Oop. Midwife's memoirs. Ilea, okay. German of struggle. Magrin. That might come in handy. Abaddon. My students ask to be taught the way of Galawain. I tell them they have already failed. Does one ask a deer to present itself as dinner? Of course not. One must outwit, outmaneuver, and overpower the deer if one dreams of venison. So it is with the Seeker God. Okay, Seeker God. That's important. 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 Or that you hunt and learn. Okay. One here again. All things will be forged. There is life and death in life. Survival begins with strength from within. Live every note on life's song. Struggle is our fundamental nature. Sing of the ocean's sorrow. Ah. Ah. I don't know which one. Oh, this is important. This is important stuff. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. Survival begins with strength from within. Okay. The air around you stirs, and a gust of warm wind blows across the back of your neck. You catch the faintest smell that hurt. As you kneel in front of the shrine, you feel yourself pushed forward. You catch yourself on your hands and knees, feeling warm, damp ground beneath them. Looking around, you find yourself crouched in a clearing in the middle of the woods. The smell of dirt hangs heavy in the air. Behind you is a darkened room filled with candlelit shrines. Ahead, you hear the howl of some kind of hound. You feel certain this is a vision, but the hairs of the neck, on the nape of your neck still rise. A howl back. The beast bays in response, its voice high and clear. The thick undergrowth shivers with movement, and heavy paws pound the wet grass. You're not certain if the creature is hunting or leading you, but you instinctively give chase. As you tumble through dew-spackled bushes and clawing brambles, each stride feels longer than the last. You draw lungfuls of crisp, clear air and feel your energy renewed. The rhythm of your stride and the thumping of the beast's paws drive the blood thrumming in your ears. You speed ahead, following the hound's cries, when a split-finger pine crashes to the ground in front of you. A massive bear lunges in the gap and roars. It catches sight of you. You turn and race in the opposite direction, leaping over the fallen tree trunk. Pine cones crunch underfoot. The bear lumbers after you. Its hot breath washes over the back of your neck, filling your nose with the rank odor of slaughter. You see a clearing just past a thicket of broad leaves and sprint toward it. As you break through the foliage, you see a massive lioness curled up in the clearing in front of you. With the last burst of energy, you divert your momentum and hurl yourself into the bushes. Any second now, you expect to feel the bear fall upon you, but a furious roar on the other side of the clearing draws your attention. The bear stopped at the tree line. It swipes the empty air with claws large enough to rend armor, but it does not advance. The lioness, for her part, twists her body into a tight coil. She growls, her ears pressed against her head, but she makes no move to attack the intruder. Sigani murmurs to you under her breath. At this point, I've hunted all over the world, and I've never seen predators like these. You back deeper into the foliage, keeping your eyes on the two mighty predators. As you crawl backwards, the heel of your hand brushes against something furred. A warm sigh grazes your cheek. You freeze in place, slowly turning your head to see what waits behind you. Two amber eyes shine in the darkness. Aaron's faces the great beast, his eyes narrow. The dog god reveals himself. Do not be threatened, Watcher. I'll crack its head so hard it chases its tail instead of us. The eyes meet your gaze briefly, then turn to the standoff in the clearing. The hound behind you yawns, fangs flashing. When you turn back, the lion and the bear have disappeared. In their place is a stone wolf's maw, gaping wide enough to swallow you whole. Beyond it is the outline of a temple, towering but indistinct. Blood must feed the maw, Watcher. See that a true champion reigns. Galawain showed me a battle beyond a great lion and a mighty bear. Seems the gods want something from me. Okay. Okay. Travel with Stone Mon, Galawain's vision. I was really going for Megrin, but I'll take Galawain. Galawain's cool. He also revealed a cave shaped like a wolf's maw in an area, and that looks like a temple district. Could probably learn more there. I'll just stick with this group here. I'm not going to go to the other groups. I'm not going to do any of that. I have a feeling that once I finish Galawain stuff, I'll have to do Abaddon or Megrin stuff. And I'll have to do something for each of them.
Segani, I had heard that women do the hunting in Nassau.
What do you wish to know?
But wasn't
Until
sure
I
I
Okay.
could believe it until I met you.
And I thought it was our raw meat diet that made us strange.
Looks like a temple district.
Well, that.
Oh, Aloth wants to talk to me.
If those Delamgon are right, you and I are stuck with our awakenings. Not quite the news I was hoping for.
Just means we'll have to focus on finding Theos.
Yes, focus on the goal. A sensible perspective, particularly in the midst of such uncertainty. And while I hate to turn the subject back to myself, this all has me thinking about Isilmir. I'm stuck with her now.
Really think anything would change?
I suppose not, but hope is an unchaste mistress.
Right side, I've got plenty of time to figure out how to deal with her. If you can't assert your authority over her, you'll never have it anywhere else.
It's hard to be comfortable in your own skin when you're sharing it with someone else.
Even as he says it, something struggles within him. The muscles in his face twitch and his skin quivers. His eyes roll back in his skull, exposing slivers of white. Blood beads and glistens on his forehead. After several seconds, he sighs and looks back at you. That wasn't as difficult as I expected. And deep down, I'd always hoped to find a solution elsewhere. When I was a child, I always thought my mother would come home with a mysterious cure. Or that my father, without knowing it, could somehow send her away just as he'd called her forth. I can't pretend that I didn't spend years of my arcane training hoping that one of my instructors would have the answer somewhere in his grimoire. When I joined the Leaden Key, I hoped and believed that, with enough loyal service, I'd gain the ear of someone in the organization who could help me. Even when I met you and realized your unique talents, I hoped that you might be able to reach into my soul the way I've seen you do with so many others. I've been looking for someone else to solve my problem, and now I realize that I've got to face it on my own. Most people need that kind of guidance. You don't.
I don't think so, eh? It's a comfort to imagine that all we've gone through has been for something. But it leaves me wondering where we'll be, where everyone else will be, when we finally track down Theos. That reminds me of something else the Delamgon said. About the gods not being real.
Expect we'll figure out what that means eventually.
Yes, I suppose so. Still, I can't help but worry at the state we'd be in if that were somehow true. If there were no power guiding us in this life and shepherding us to the next.
Sure we'd find our way on our own.
Hope you're right.
Finally gotten control of Ismail. Do you feeling different? Just calmer, content. It's odd, for so long I fought her, lashing out at her intrusions and incursions without it actually stopping her. I wasn't used to taking decisive action, and I didn't believe I'd have power over someone who had infiltrated my mind. This was a pleasant surprise to see that I was wrong. Alright. Away we go. Let's go to Old Song. Leah's Shrine, Old Song's Pass, Moonfrost, Burial Isle, Gallowayne's Maw. There we go. Oh! Oh, people be burning. Okay.
Loyal to a fault without a mind of their own, and a crack of your staff sends them whimpering. What better symbol for Gallowayne could there be?
Dang, sultry draft issues from the head, or from the cape within the beast's head. Condensation. Drips from the stone. There. Vicious liquid gives off a sharp metallic odor. Oh, blood. Okay. A lot of people in here.
Arensi has no right to defend that
this is no
cowering
place for
cat in the
sightseeing.
back of the maw.
The beasts of Gallowayne's Maw are dangerous, and now more than ever. If you want to see some pretty Glanfathan places, go to Elm's Reach.
What's wrong with the beast?
They won't fight.
What's wrong
It
with
is not
that?
Gallowayne's way, and it is not the way of the Maw.
Maw has always been home to one great predator. Every so often, Challenger comes along and the two battle for territory. The soul remains in her den, and Ornos can confront her there. Now, two mighty predators and their kin hunt from the same stock. It's thinning the herds, and it's thinning patience around here too. Waiting. It's not the deliberate, watchful waiting of a hunter lying in ambush. It's stagnation, tedium, hoping for something to happen. But I'm powerless to act. Half of the fangs will cry favoritism if I try to drag the lioness out myself. Oh, well, I received a vision from Gallowayne about these beasts. From the clever hound himself, if you truly have Gallowayne's blessing, I won't stand in your way, but I can believe he sees a cunning champion in you. We don't normally permit outsiders to venture into the Maw, but you understand that you do so at your own risk, and Soul's lions are likely to attack intruders on sight. Still, perhaps you can coax her into fighting the bear. Do whatever you can to end this stalemate. Can you tell me about him? There's never been a more cunning hunter than Soul, but some say she's losing her edge. Ornos is, on the other hand, is all edge, and many of our number think he's the rightful successor. Blood simmering. It's going to boil over if a little blood doesn't spill soon. You favor Soul or Ernos? See both sides. Soul's cunning is unmatched, but Ernos is the mightier of the two. Both embody traits prized by Gallowayne.
Yes, a den of beasts sacred to the Lord of the Hunt himself. Historically, the greatest predator of Air Glanfath has claimed the back of the Maw as its lair. Lately, however, there's been some dispute as to who should occupy that position. And it's leading to discord among our hunters.
Leader of the Fangs. An order of hunters and warriors devoted to Gallowayne. Yep. Where to find Soul. Straight to the back of the Maw. You could get there through either way, but mind where your feet step. The Maw is a dangerous place in Soul's pride, and her advocates are on the way. Where's Ernos? Good question. Bear's out hunting right now, but he'll return soon. Never gone for long. Find the old lioness. Fight to resolve the matter. The fangs are split.
Then track her down and tell her yourself.
Excuse me. The remains of a broken bridge long collapsed lead to a chasm. The other side of the bridge pierces through the mist at the far end of the chasm, hanging precariously over the steep wall. The broken stones of the bridge, weathered after centuries of disrepair, are scattered around the edge and side of the chasm. A thin mist rises from below. Stones are coated with slick green moss, making them impossible to grip safely. The wooden beams lodged between the stones on either side of the bridge seem sturdy enough to support your weight, however. The remains of the broken bridge. Yep, okay. Toss your rope and grappling hook. Aim for the wooden beam on the opposite side of the bridge and hurl your grappling hook across the chasm. It strikes the bridge with a solid thunk. The hook snags firmly, digging into the wood as you pull. The rope tightens, taut and secure. You tie the free end of the rope to the wooden beam next to you. Across the chasm. The rope tenses and vibrates as you move forward, gripping the line. Reverberating through the underground cave, the creaks of the wooden beams mark your every effort. Keep your progress slow and steady. Crossing is strenuous, particularly as the rope's shaking grows more intense. Stram's breathing grows labored, and Aloth, Graven Mother, and Sagani begin to slow. At last, your efforts bring you back over solid ground and reach the other side. To battle.
Bring them down.
Oh. Oh, were-lion over here.
The longer we walk, the more lightly you'll have to sleep.
Damn traps.
Estremor?
With Bethwell's new Estremor. Truth, when I heard she'd let another in, I almost went to the passage to Six myself to share words. More Glamfelin, worshippers of Rimgand, they claim, simply looters and defilers by another name. That's the truth. They disappeared behind the doors of Noonfrost, and now our lake turns to ice and the cold creeps ever closer. Yet Bethwell is timid, and she is convinced. Okay. Guessing you didn't leave it. I sent my own sister, one of my finest scouts, to sniff out the Pale Elves' corruption. I was certain that Anamfatha could not ignore the defilement in Noonfrost once Alwa's own eyes had seen it, but she still hasn't returned. Now I bear the responsibility for her fate. I can't send the Fangs after her without openly defying the Anamfatha. I'll look. I don't dare to hope. Whatever catastrophe has befallen Noonfrost does not feel like the work of Kith. Nothing would bring me greater joy than seeing her again. My stocks equip my brethren in the Fangs, and my hands train them to fight, hunt, and track with skill. The moth. Okay. And you sell stuff as well. Alright, enter Noonfrost in I'll do that later. Obviously. I'm busy right now.
Well?
wait until they're no longer stone. My perception is crap, apparently. 11, 13, 9, 14, 13, 17. What? Come on, Sagani. Please. Do better at your job.
Our enemies will find us dead on our feet.
Oh, hello there. An elven woman intercepts you as you advance into the lair. Behind her is the largest lioness you've ever seen, a sleek beast with fangs as long as carving knives. The woman blocks your path to the lioness, seemingly at ease around the lair. This is Sol's domain, Estremor. Shall not leave it for Eranos or any other challenger. Why does Sol refuse to face Eranos? Eranos is welcome to confront her here, as many challengers have in the past. What the bear's supporters want is for Sol to leave her lair and fight in the open, where he has an advantage. But why should she? If Sol has an advantage here, it's one she's earned. Would anyone expect to blunt the bear's claws in order to even the odds? The Lord of the Hunt gives unique advantages to each. It's not for us to decide that some of them are worth less than others. Also, Sol has recently given birth to cubs. They're small now, but when they grow, they'll be mightier than either Sol or Eranos. But if Sol is killed in combat, that bear will tear her young to shreds. Such is the way of the wild. Her legacy is too valuable to perish this way. If we truly want the mightiest of beasts in the Maw, then her cubs must grow to maturity. What are you doing? Defending the rightful champion of Galawain's Maw, Eranos' supporters would have her ousted in favor of a bear that isn't strong enough to come and seize the territory on his own. You would side with the bear too? Choose your next words with care. I am neither a druid, a bleakwalker, a hunter, or a ranger. And the stalemate between Sol and Eranos and Galawain's Maw. A big bear. Arenzi explained that Sol's advantage to the Maw is one she has earned and one that no huntress of her cunning would concede. Eranos wishes to soothe her position. He should confront her in her lair. Furthermore, Sol has given birth to cubs that could one day be mightier than either beast if allowed to mature. If neither beast will approach the other, then I will have to settle matters on my own. Thorny vines are twisted together, forming a wall. The quiver and begin to part as you draw near. As you walk forward, the vines shift and their thorns retract, providing you with a clear and safe pathway through. You emerge unscathed on the other side.
No prisoner!
Okay, but the freaking lions are just gonna come at me. There we go.
Perhaps a little rest is in order.
Alrighty. Will I gain Galawain's favor? Who will win, Morenos or Soul? Find out next week, as I have to go somewhere tonight. But come join me tomorrow for more Borderlands 2. Bye.